So, hello viewers, and welcome back again. You know this show as it's called the Voice Show. It has been a long time, that's true, but today I am extremely excited to talk to you about spreading the love in this month of Valentine, as you all know is this month. So, my name is Videlis Njoki, and that is my sign name. Now today we have a guest, and I want you to I want to welcome the guest to you. So thank you so much. Hello, how are you? So please, I want you to introduce yourself briefly. What do you do? What's your name? And then the disability you have. So please share with the viewers.
Okay, good morning, everyone, and thanks again, Fidelis, for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, Science TV, for having me. I'm delighted once again to meet my sister Fidelis, and I'm really, really happy to be here. My name is Winnie Koki Gitau. I'm a woman and a youth living with disability. I do have a physical disability called orthoposolysis, the deformation of the joint, where I acquired it while I was young at the age of 6 years. The condition is due to weak bones facility, and while I was growing up, I came to realize that I was not able to walk. On my left leg, I was limping. And yes, through that, I acquired the disability. But I thank God as for today, I'm here to speak. I'm here to help people outside there, those who with my condition or other conditions, to get their voice out, to do what they love, and above all, to advocate for the rights of young women and all persons with disability. I am married, and I thank God for that, with this young... Yes, I'm married to this one man, Mr. Gitao Kinuthia, and I really thank God because of us, and I really thank God because of that. And I'm currently at IT Bridge Academy in NITA, and I'm pursuing IT in network administration or network engineering, and I really thank God because of that opportunity. And I'm also a gender defender and a human rights defender, and I'll also work as the program's assistant with Gifted Community Center, which is based in Kibera. Indeed, as we continue, it's my pleasure for Fidelis having me here, and I think we'll continue engaging more. Thank you.
Wow, that's really interesting. That's a very amazing introduction. Now, as you've heard, she has a disability. Now, her condition is with the joints of her leg that started with that. We know many people out there don't know about the same. So, also when you meet her, it's impossible for you to, know that Winnie has a disability. You may assume that she's okay. So now, this is what Science TV always does to advocate and to create awareness and to make all to understand the different types of disability. When you meet a person, don't assume, you know, a person is okay. You might be shocked, like we've seen in the case of Winnie. Now, please, I want you to explain for us a little bit further about. You said you had your disability, physical disability. Now, the joint disability. What causes that? As you said, what causes? Please explain so that the others can know the cause of that condition.
Thank you very much, my host. The condition is brought about because of weak bonds. Yes, so I could say that when my mother was carrying me, maybe she had low calcium, or maybe also when I was growing up, my bones did not acquire enough calcium. So due to that, you find that the bones corrode at the joint part, so they tend to corrode. As a result, you find out that the joint that is there, it's eaten up because of the friction, right? So through that, you find out that the joint has no liquid. They are usually liquid on the bones. So when the liquid is not there and the bones start to corrode, that's when one acquires such a disability. I can say if you don't know, if you're not aware of anything, you'll just grow up. But when it comes to be severe, you'll come and find out that your one leg is shorter than the other because the bones are worn off. They are literally they are brushed off, so they become you become like you don't have the support at the joint. So that's what the condition that I'm having. But I thank God it was not easy, because when I was growing up, I just grew up as a normal child. But when I reached in class 7, I came to realize that no, and even my parents came to realize that there's something wrong. I'm limping, and I'm indeed limping. So yeah, and also from that age, it started paining because the joint is no more there. So you start feeling so much pain. So, but because I'm growing up, because I'm a young child, you find out that I want to play, but the condition is sometimes hindering me from doing that. So it's just by God's grace that I kept on. But when I reached Form 2 at the age of 13, I had to go and get assistance and go to the hospital, at least to find out how will the pain get out, or how will the pain reduce, because I have to walk, I have to run, I have to play like other children. So with that, that's why where I found out that indeed I am unable to climb. At times I could not even walk for long because the pain was extremely so high. Yeah, so that's so people could when they see me, I'm talking about myself, they cannot know that maybe I'm able differently. But as I say, from my left, for it to be corrected, I have an implant. I have from here till down, I have what do you call it? It's an implant. Yes, it's a metal.
When was it? When was that implant put in?
Oh, it was in 2015. Yes.
Now I'm a little bit. There's a place I'm a little bit stuck. Now, your mother, truly, when she noticed you had a problem with the walking. Now, how did your mother know? For example, because for example, maybe when you're in class 7, you see, people know you're still a child, you're young, you're not serious, maybe you're just playing, or you're not focused. Yeah, you want to do your own things. Now, your mother, how did you start the conversation about the condition? Or did your mother herself see the problem, or was it a teacher that discussed? How did that start?
Okay, thank you for the question. I thank God everything happens for a reason, because my mother used to work in the hospital. Yes, as a cashier. So with that, she interacted with the doctors, the nurses. So while I could visit the hospital, people were like, yes, this baby is so chubby, yeah, so healthy, but she has a condition. She has a problem. Yeah, so that is where, and indeed with my siblings, everyone was walking okay. But when they see me, they saw that there's maybe I'm not walking like the other, because I was deeply limping. Yeah, so that's how my mother came to know, through seeing through my siblings they were walking okay, and even through the nurses, because first as a parent I know she had many questions. She could not believe that indeed my daughter has such a condition. Yeah, so while I was visiting the hospital, because I used to love to visit her during lunch times, yeah. So during that time, then even the nurses, because they were concerned, because I was hyper, I was everywhere just running, so they were like, this child of yours has a condition. Yes.
Okay, true. That's interesting. It's true. Many parents, yeah, especially the rich families, it's always they live in denial. They say, oh, my child is okay, my child is okay. You are saying different things, but you're very lucky because your mother decided, to through the interaction and from the family, she was able, and the doctors and the nurses, she was able to, accept the condition and not ignore it. So I'm also happy with your parents and your mother for deciding to follow up on that condition to see what they can do. Okay, now let's move on. You said you worked gender. You said you do something with gender.
Eh, yes, I'm a human rights defender and gender defender. Yes.
Now, what made you lead to focus on that?
Okay, thank you. One thing that drove me to that, first of all, I needed people to know, even if you are abled differently and you have a condition, you have the right, like any other human beings. Yes, so it drove me, and while I was growing up, through the groups that I engaged during my college life, I came to realize that there are many people outside there who have been hidden in their homes because they have disability with them. That thing pained me so much, and I said, if God has given me the grace and the voice to speak on behalf of such people, because I have the passion, I usually have the passion and the grace to follow such stories, and I love the community very much, and I love helping people, despite even the people who are with disability, but generally I'm just a hospitable person. So through that calling and through that grace, I had to speak out and I had to stand out and interact with organization for me to learn even the way to go through and attend even meetings and workshops for me to understand more and stand out and advocate for the rights of people with disability. I found that this group, especially the people with disability, they don't have a voice. And many people look down on them, even because maybe they see, maybe they are not educated, they don't have enough education because maybe their parents or their background they are not given the opportunity to go to school, So I thought that this is so well and it's so good with me because I've been interacting with my other peers. I should stand out. I should even read more. I should research and always speak out on behalf of those who don't have the voice to speak. Yes.
Truly, I can see now. You see this generation now, there's a lot of discrimination, a lot of negative attitude, but I am surprised. We have also other people, I'm surprised right now, other people are still continuing that, that thing of hiding their children, discrimination, hiding, but that was something of the past. Now, but please, viewers, now I want us to have a short break and then we'll be back and continue the conversation.